Hi guys, welcome back. This episode we are going to talk about hair rig. Now, this is a normal rig, which are basically just like what we talked about before. We put the corn directly on the hook. And this is hair rig. As you can see, it's a little bit different. There is actually like a bit of extra line hanging from the hook, and this is where we put the bait on. Now, hair rig is a very common way of fishing carp worldwide, especially again in England, which is where it's developed anyways to start with. So nowadays you can actually make your own rig. You can just like tie it up yourself. You can also buy some really cheap one online. So it depends on whether you want to do your own work or whether you want to actually just, buy it for convenience. I think both ways is fine. So today we're going to show you how to do it and how to fish carp with it. So this is basically what a hair rig looks like. The difference between this and the normal rig that I use to catch carp is that instead of actually putting the bait directly on the hook, you will see a little bit of a line here that is coming out from the other side of the hook. And this is basically what they refer to the hair, because originally when this hair rig was developed in 1970s, the person who developed it, which is Len Middleton, he actually used his wife's hair to put it here and to put the bait on the hair. But obviously human hair is quite weak and fragile, so it can easily break and you may lose the bait when you cast it out. So now it basically just comes usually with a braid, or if you're using fluorocarbon, you use that line as well to tie it up. So instead of actually putting the bait here, I will show you in a minute, we actually put the bait right inside this line here. As I said before, you can actually tie your own hair rig. You can also just simply buy it online. This is the one that I got from Temu, very cheap, pretty much averaging less than $1 per rig here, and it works, so why not? But if you actually want to make your own one, well, feel free to do so. In terms of what equipment that you need for the hair rig, it's a little bit more complicated because you're not simply using a finger to put the bait on the hook. So you will actually need a bait needle that will actually help to hook the bait onto the loop here. You will also need a bait stopper, which will actually prevent the bait from slipping out from the loop there. So the way that we do it is, firstly, obviously, tie your leaders onto your main line, and then depends on what baits that you're using. In this example, we are going to use my favorite, the sweet corns. So you will need the bait needle and put the corn kernels onto the bait needle. How many pieces? It really depends on preference. I usually do 4 to 5, depending on like how big the fish I'm expecting to catch. 4 is actually pretty universal anyway, so you can do 4. And what you do now is actually hooking the bait needle to the loop of your hair rig now. Just close the arm. And then you push the sweet corn into the hair. Now, in order to prevent the corn from slipping off, you will need a bait stopper, just like this. there you go. There you have it. Okay, so the whole point of the herring is actually carp is a very cautious fish. So when they actually kind of inhale your bait with the hook, if they can actually feel the hook, they will spit it out straight away. But in a herring though, as you can see, this bait here, when they actually inhale it, they won't feel anything hard. So they feel it's actually quite a safe thing to eat. So before they actually would try to spit it out again, they would actually suck it up a little bit further in until this hook actually go inside their mouth. Even if they spit the bait out now, the hook would be actually just hanging onto their lips. So when they actually do a head shake or run away, the hook will actually just basically hook them up. So that's the whole point of the herring and the advantage of it, especially when you have some really cautious and wary carp. So let's cast it out and give it a go. That's enough talk. Let's go for some action. Oops, sorry fishy. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. See you next time.